Yes, ma. We can start.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Venuganali. We have gathered here for the webinar Energy Conservation, India's Contribution and Innovative Steps Taken Towards Becoming an Energy Efficient Nation, organized by Indian Innovation Council, IIC, and Environment Club. Before every beginning, there should be blessing from Almighty for our journey. So we will start this by a prayer song. श्रीगणनाद सिन्धूरवर्ण करुणसागर करिवरद लम्बोदर लघुमिकरा अम्बासुत अमर विनोद लम्बोदर लघुमिकरा सकल विद्या पूजित सर्वोत्तम तेये नमो नमो लम्बोदर लघुमिकरा अम्बासुत अमर विनोद लम्बोदर लघुमिकरा श्रीगणनाद सिन्दूरवर्ण I warmly welcome our chief guest, Dr. R. Satish Kumar, Assistant Professor, SRM TRP Engineering College, Trichy. Welcome, sir. And our beloved Principal, ma'am, Dr. R. Geeta. Welcome, ma'am. I welcome our IIC President, Mrs. Harini. I welcome our staff coordinators of Environmental Club, Mrs. G. Aruna Abirami and Mrs. S. Anita, and my dear friends. Now I request Safia Aleen to read the profile of the chief guest.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very thankful and to introduce our chief guest, Dr. R. Satish Kumar. He's currently working as an assistant professor at SRM TRP Engineering College, Trichy. He has completed his PhD at Anna University, Chennai, a master degree in power system engineering from the Government College of Technology, Coimbatore, and an undergraduate engineering degree from Sedu Institute of Technology, Madurai. He has worked in various engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh also. He delivered guest lectures and webinars as a resource person on various topics. His current research interests are IoT, renewable energy systems, power systems, and microgrids. He published more than 10 international journals and as well as attended nearly 20 internationals, 20 nationals and international conferences in and around India. Also, he is the member of International Association of Engineers and Computer Science Teachers Association. I'm very thankful and happy to have you here, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Safia Alim. Now I request our chief guest to give the valuable speech to the gathering. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank for the opportunity given by this for the management of Vaishnav College for Women and the principals Dr. Geeta and Vice Principal Madam Ms. M.S. Lekha and Sita Lakshmi ma'am and Nagamalar ma'am and staff coordinators Aruna Pirami ma'am and Anita ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity, ma'am. Shall I start the session, ma'am?
Yes, 1 minute before that, we'll take a group picture.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I request everyone to switch on your video. Girls, please switch on your videos. Yes, I think we can move into the session. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Can you able to view my screen, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I will do slideshow, ma'am. 1 second.
Yes.
What? Now I put in my screen in slideshow, ma'am.
Yes.
It is visible,
Still,
ma'am.
it is visible, sir.
Okay, 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 okay. So due to the bandwidth constraints, I will switch off my video, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So very good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Good
Ma'am,
morning,
before
sir.
moving on to the topic, I would like to know what are the streams you are belongs to, ma'am? Can you introduce someone, ma'am? What
Yeah,
are the
they are.
branches? Okay, ma'am.
Yes, they are from different streams, sir. Actually,
Okay, ma'am. All are from
from
science or arts, ma'am?
both every
Both.
yes,
Both,
both
sir.
arts and science are here.
Arts and science. Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. Okay. So I'll take the session somewhat deeper, ma'am.
Yes,
Uh,
sure.
okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, students, it is not like the usual lecture. So from this lecture, you're going to learn something about what is energy, how we need to save the energy, and how we are going to energy efficiently. Our country become the energy efficient nation. That the things you're going to know. So today's my topic is India's contribution to energy conservation and innovative steps towards becoming an energy efficient nation. So this is the topic today I'm going to deliver. So myself, Dr. R. Satish Kumar, working as a assistant professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, SRM TRP Engineering College. So today we're going to see about these are all the agendas. So first we need to know about what is meant by energy and what are the energy sources available and why we need to go for the renewable energy, what is the barriers in the conventional energy sources, and what is the rating of BEE, and how we need to save the energy, that means energy saving hacks, and some of the real time examples I am going to show. So these are all the agenda for today's function. So I will start with the basic. Okay, so this is nothing but energy, a key dimension in the sustainable development. So in the energy, we're going to start with what is meant by energy and why we need the energy, and what are the ways and scales in the energy sector, and a historical perspective, and what is the dimensions and dynamics of energy, and energy sources and nature sustainability. So these are all the topic we're going to see. So already we know about what is meant by energy. So what is the requirement of energy? So it is used for cooking the food, and we need to keep the things in moving. For transportation purpose it is required, and it keeps the people warm. That means sometimes we will require the temperature in cool temperature and hot, so we need to keep the people as soon as warm, and used for the communication and transport. So these are all the ways the energy is going to use for us. So for improving our lifestyles, we require the energy. Okay, for the food purpose, growing and processing, we require energy. For shelter, somewhat material and creating purposes, we need the energy. And clothing, for the dressing and growing the materials required for the dress, and it should be processed with some other chemical properties, and it should be prepared with any other materials. If you are require cotton, means you need to grow the cotton plants, and from that cotton we need to process the cotton, and we can get the dress from the cotton. So in this way our lifestyle will increase from the energy. So next thing is gainful employment for the cottage or home, and it is improving from the industry and entertainment. For these purposes we require energy. So this is something basic about the energy. Okay, so as I already told, the energy is required for in the transport modes. So goods and materials we require energy, and for the people we need to move one place from other place in the fast and reliable way. For that purpose we require energy. So if it is we are using the bus means we need to fill the bus with some fuels. It may be petrol or diesel. If it is electric train means we need to feed the electricity to the train. So that purpose we require electricity. So we need to create the electricity by giving the input to the electric train. So like that purposes we require energy for our day-to-day life. Okay. Then event in the earlier days, that means before 1950 or 1980s, we require material for transport only for the wars. That means for the First World War and Second World War, the people require transport facility for only the war purposes. And the event people and materials for the purposes we require war. One more important thing is wealth creation. In order to create the wealth for us, we require energy. For the large and cooperatives, that means large mean corporation and multinational, we require wealth creation. And cooperative, farm, cloth, labor, and domestic purposes, comfortable homes and protective home, social and economic empowerment. For the purposes we require energy. So in that various ways the energy is helpful for us. Okay. So there are two type of energies available. One is potential energy and another one is kinetic energy. So as we already know, the potential energy is nothing but stored water and paper. We can say these are the best example for the potential energy. And for the kinetic energy, the flowing water and blowing, these are all the examples of kinetic energy. Blowing wind, these are all the best examples of kinetic energy. So what are the other forms of energy means biological energy, chemical energy, biochemical energy. So the property of biosynthesis will come from the biological energy. Okay, the chemical property will come from the gasoline, wood, nuclear. For converting the gasoline from the petroleum product, we can get the product like petrol, diesel, and tar. Like that, many chemical reactions will form the useful energy formats. Okay. So another one is a very important one is biochemical. From the biochemical we can get our food things. Sugar we can get from the sugar cane, and beet and potato we can get from the property of biochemical. So these are all the energy naturally available in our world. So this is the transformation we already know. The potential energy, it may be converted into kinetic energy. The kinetic energy is converted into potential energy. So this is the transformation of energy. But in the chemical energy is converted into kinetic energy. So there are two type of conversion is possible: direct energy conversion and indirect energy conversion. That means from source one to end use, mean that is we can call it as direct energy conversion. And indirect energy conversion means the source one is properly processed with the source 2, and the source 2 is properly processed with source k, and n times of sources may be um, coupled with the end use. So this is the indirect energy conversion. So in early school days you may heard about this transformation. Okay, so this is the some examples of energy conversion devices. Energy in one form from nature and another form is converted into another energy. For example, pump, motor, solar cell, and wood stoves, IC and EC engines and windmills. So these are all the energies will convert one energy from another one. For this purposes, we are using the fuel. The best example of fuel is sun, and another one is from the sun we can get the energy of wind and water, muscle power. In olden days, we have used the animal for the purpose of taking the water, and the transportation purposes we have used the animal power. That means muscle power also we have used. And biomass, alcohol, biofuel, coal, petroleum, and hybrid of these. So these are all the things we are using the fuel types. Okay. So in earlier days, we have used the wood burning, cooking, keeping warm, and metallurgy for the purpose of biomass. And muscle power may be used for the agriculture and water lifting, horse, bullock, camels. These are all the animals we used in the earlier days for the purpose of agriculture and transportation purposes and water lifting. And wind power for transportation and trade, commerce, and war. These purposes, the wind power may used. Now the wind is used for getting the electricity from the wind energy. And hydropower, water wheel and grinding, we are used the hydropower. And coal for generating the steam and industrial revolution and mass and cheap transport. For the purposes we used the coal. So in the 19th century, the gasoline is the one of the best fuel which is used for personal vehicle, road transport and aeroplanes. These are all the things we used only for the war purposes, wars and wars. So from this we can get the electricity. So that is electricity, all we know. It is very clean, easy to transport and amazing devices. And large scale burning of fossil fuels and large scale destruction of rainforest, this may leads to the global warming and greenhouse effect. So ozone depletion is a new thing. From the CFC and UV factor, we are affecting the ozone layer. So let us come to the topic, the sources of energy. So conventional energy and non-conventional energy, these are all the two type of energy available in the world. Okay, the conventional way of energy is nothing but commercial and non-commercial. Coal, petroleum, electricity, these will comes under the commercial purposes. And non-commercial purposes, firewood, straw, dried dung, these are all the conventional energy sources for getting the electricity. And for the transportation purposes, we use to the commercial and non-commercial purposes. And the new one is non-conventional, that is renewable energy. The renewable energy sources are nothing but bioenergy, then solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, energy from the urban waste. So these are all the available. And nowadays we are started to use the non-conventional energy sources. So up to now we have seen what is meant by energy, that is some basic definition for energy, what are the type of energy available, and what are the sources of energy available in the global. These are all the things we have seen. Okay, students, can you understand this, ma? So up to now this is very basic, ma. Students, can you understand something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, ma. Very good. Thank you for replying. So now we are moving on to the concept of renewable energy. So as I already told, the energy is divided into two things: renewable energy and non-renewable energy. So biomass, wind, solar, hydrogen, these will comes under renewable energies. Okay, the fuel does not exist, so the energy will renew every time. So that is called renewable energy. The non-renewable energy means we need to feed some fuel. The fuel may exist very easily and very quickly, so that energy is called non-renewable energy. Okay, so already we have seen the energy is required for keeping warm, cooking food, trade and small economic activity, that means A. And A plus large scale trade, commerce, corporations, devices, empowerment, this will comes under B. And A plus B plus high quality of life, devices, centered existence, transport, dominant transport. So up to 17th century, we have used only 100% renewable energy for the purpose of fuel and transport purpose. We used only energy in the types of renewable energy. After the industrial revolution has started, the 17th century to 19th century, we started to use 80% of renewable energy and 20% non-renewable energy. Now 20th century and beyond, we started to use 90% of the renewable energy. For the energy is nothing but non-renewable energy. So that's why the petroleum product and other gases are going to exist in the future. Okay, in 50 years or 70 years, we don't have the fuel for the vehicles. And diesel, like petrol, diesel, these energy is going to vast. Okay, for this purpose only we need to go for the alternate energies. That's why we are going for the energies like wind energy, solar energy and electric vehicles. The in 2030, after the 2030, you will not the manufacturers won't manufacture the vehicles in the form of petrol and diesel. Only they are going to manufacture electric vehicles. So due to these problems, we need to go for the alternate ways of energy. So the every energy, sun is very important. Solar thermal energy, this is the appears best among all. The biomass next, and wind and hydro are the site specific. So to make a right choice at right place, sustainability. So this is the world CO2 emission. So the usage of after the 20th century, we started to use the petroleum product. From this petroleum product and coal burning, the energy in industry, we are getting CO2 emission 25%, and energy in transport 18%. So usage of chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, it is nearly 17% emitting the CO2. And from the agriculture also, the CO2 emissions are coming. The energy in homes and businesses will comes 14%. So due to the deforestation, the world's CO2 emission will increase by 8%, and the remaining 3% from others. So these are all the things we need to eliminate, where in the industry sector and the transport and the CFCs. Can anybody say what is CFCs?
Sir, chlorofluorocarbon, sir.
Okay. How the CFCs are coming, ma? Which are the devices emitting the CFCs?
Sir, air conditioners, refrigerators, etc., sir.
Super, super. So from the air conditioner and the refrigerators and cooler units, the CFCs are coming. So we need to eliminate these. So that's why we are going to use the renewable energy. So if you are started to use the renewable energy, means the emission of CO2 will reduce very easily. And the usage of CFC also will be reduced from the usage of after the usage of renewable energy. So that's why we need the energy conversion. So next we will see about the energy, global energy consumption in 2020. So this is the last year data. Nearly out of 100%, the renewable energy in the global we are using 12.6%, and the remaining things are coal and oil. So coal 27% is dominated in the global energy consumption, and oil is the first major contribution for the generation of energy. So coal and oil are used in the fuel type. Okay. So we need to increase the renewables here. So only we are using 12% up to 2020. We are using 12%, 12.6% renewable we are using. So the renewable energy we are concentrating is nothing but hydroelectric. So water power plant and geothermal biomass will come under 9, and wind is nowadays we started to use nearly 20%, and solar nearly 11%, and biofuels are 5.4. So this is the data. We need to increase the renewable energy. So in order to reduce the CO2 emission and the greenhouse effect, we need to use the renewable energy. Okay. So this is the greenhouse effect. The sun is emitting some rays. The rays absorbed by the sunlight, absorbed by a surface, and sunlight reflected by the surface. Some of the sun rays will be reflected by the things, and from this our earth is keeping warm. So for growing the plant in the agriculture and human activities, some of the things we require the greenhouse. So this is nothing but normal greenhouse effect. So due to the carbon dioxide emission, the greenhouse effect is getting high. So the emission of CO2 gases and greenhouse gases increasing. So this is making the increase of global warming. So we need to reduce the greenhouse gases in our earth. So that's why we are planned to use the renewable energy is one of the most available energy in the world. So this is the difference between the natural greenhouse effect and human enhanced greenhouse effect. Okay. So the first picture, it shows the sun is emitting the solar radiation, and some of the more heat escaped into the space, less re-emitted by the heat. So this is the normal natural greenhouse effect. So there is a layer called greenhouse gases. That means CO2 and methane, N2O. So these are all the three called as greenhouse gases. and the human enhanced greenhouse is shown in the right side. So the sun is emitting the solar radiation. Here, more greenhouse gases are emitting from the earth itself. Okay, so because of that, more re-emitted heat is affecting the earth, and radiated heat from the earth, and it is making hole in the greenhouse effect. So this is the difference between the natural greenhouse effect and human enhanced greenhouse effect. Okay, so that's why we need to reduce the usage of coal, burning the coal and the petroleum products, and what are the conventional ways we are producing the energy that should be eliminated. So that's why we require the energy in the form of renewable energy. From the renewable energy, the other activities like CO2 emission, global warming are very less. And compared to the traditional method, these are all the uh, things of renewable energy. So types of renewable energy. Uh, First, nothing but hydroelectric power. So nearly 50% of the energy we are using in the renewable energy. And then wave energy, tide energy, solar energy, biomass energy, geothermal energy, wind energy, and many other energies are there. Hydrogen energy, biofuel, like that. Many energy like renewable energies are there. So these are all some examples of renewable energy. We will see one by one. So this is the example of wind energy. So from the wind, we are generating the electricity. Here, the wind turbine, that is wind power, is converted to mechanical power. That mechanical power is converted into the electrical power. Okay, this is the basic explanation for the wind energy. We have a control system inside the wind energy. Also a turbine is there. The turbine is coupled with the gearbox. Okay, in the gearbox setup we have low speed gear switching pattern and high speed switching pattern. From that, generator is generating the power. That power is interfaced with the grid. From that we can easily get the power from the wind energy. Here, one of the problem in the wind energy, we can't store the energy, that means electricity, because the generating energy is in AC. So I think you may have heard of the word of DC and AC. Can anyone explain about DC and AC, ma? Alternate current and direct current. Okay, here from the wind energy, the AC supplies we are getting. So the AC supply, we need to transfer the AC into DC. The DC energy must be stored in the battery. We can't store the AC energy in the batteries. So this is the one of the drawback in the wind energy. So we need to use the electricity
100
immediately. So that is a
நூத்தி
thing.
எங்கன்னு ஜம்ப்
So
பண்ணுது
next,
different
solar energy. Solar energy, the main source of solar energy is nothing but sun. From the sun, the solar radiation from the sun is we are getting. The solar panels are convert the solar energy into electrical energy. Okay, here the electrical energy is nothing but direct current. Okay, so we can easily store the energy, or we can use the direct energy for the DC applications. Okay, that is the very important thing. Or else we need to put in control converter. The DC is, must be converted into AC for the AC applications. Okay, so that is called inverter. The inverter, from that inverter we can easily use the AC power. So this is the um, energy of solar. So very important energy is nothing but biomass energy. So biomass is nothing but whatever the waste we have, that waste energy is converted into electrical energy. So in our home we have vegetables, the vegetable waste and paper waste, like that. Whatever the waste are available, that should be properly processed with chemical, and from that chemical we are getting the heat energy. Okay, from the heat, the steam is processed. The steam is given input to the turbine. The turbine is rotating the uh, element, and the generator is generating the electricity. From this way we can easily get the energy from the waste. Okay, From this diagram, you can see in the first thing, the heat is created by the burning coal, oil and natural gases and biomass trash are splitting the atom into the nuclear fission. So these are all the input we need to give in the biomass energy. Second thing is to boil the water to make a steam. Okay, from this we need to boil the water. From this easily the steam will generate. Okay, the steam turns in the blades of huge turbines. There is a turbine, the steam is turning the turbines. So from this generator is generating the electricity. The electricity is uh, given to the transformer. A transformer is increase the voltage and send to the electricity, and a distribution lines, then local transformers, and reduce the voltages, and it is used for the agriculture purpose and industry and home use. So this is the one of the promising way to get the energy from the waste. So this is the biomass energy. And one of the new energy is nothing but geothermal energy. The geothermal energy is work with the these things. Okay, the hot water is pumped from the underground water and turned into the steam in a flash tank. Okay, the geothermal energy, we are going to use the already energy available in the earth. So that heat power is used to going to use in the creating in the steam. Okay, the steam turns the turbine. Here there is a turbine is there. The turbine turns the electricity which produces the electricity from the generator, and then the electricity is exported to the grid. So we need to export the generating electricity in the grid. Okay, then again the wastewater is going to use in the injection wall. Again the process is started. So this is the loop process. So from this way we can get the geothermal energy. Okay, so here we are getting the waste in the term of water and then steam. That means water evaporate, so it does not pollute the environment, and it does not give the emission of any dangerous gases. Okay, so this is the new energy. That means tidal energy. From the sea, we can generate the energy. So this is the tidal energy. This tidal electricity generator work as the tidal comes in, comes out. So they will set up a energy in the low one and high end. From this low to high, there is a flow of water, means the turbine started to rotate. In this way, the turbine start. And another way, the high path to low path, again the energy will go. Okay, so the turbines are driven by the power of the sea in both directions. Okay, in this way the first wave will go like this, and again the wave will return back like this. So tide comes in and tide going out. In this way we can easily generate the electricity. Here a turbine is connected with the generator. The generator will directly generate the electricity, and that should be connected with the transformer and the grid. So in this way we can use the tide as the energy sources. So this is the one of the new technology. That means wave energy. By the wave, there is a ozone buoys to rise and fall setup is there. So when generating the waves, this setup will work in the up and down position. Okay, in this way a seabed pump is there. So this pump will create the pressurized water. So the pressurized water is given to the turbine, and the turbine will generate the electricity. So this is the simple working thing. There is a bay. The bay will give the upward and downward motions. Okay, from that the water is getting pressurized by the use of pump. So in this way we are generating the wave energy. Okay, so now we come to the topic of energy conversion. The energy conversion is nothing but it is a practice of decreasing the quantity of energy used for the same quantity and quality of output. It may be achieved by the efficient use, in which case the energy use is decreased while achieving the similar outcome. So the energy conversion is also includes prevention of misuse of energy. So in this way we need to eliminate the conventional energies and we need to increase the renewable energies. So that's why we need to conserve the energy. Okay, so daily our demand is increasing in India. 2015 to 60 the energy demand is 11 lakh 14,008 mu and availability was 10 lakhs. Similarly, the peak demand is increased high. There is a shortage in 3.2 percentage. So to make the gap between the supply, we need to incorporate the new power plants that should be installed. So we need to go for the alternate energy conversion. So in this way we require the energy conversion and we need to save the energy and we need to limit the fossil fuel usages. Around 60 percentage of resources are consumed so far, so only 40 percentage are left out. So the upcoming years, nearly 30 to 50 years, the fossil fuel will not available in the earth. So we need a sustainable growth and save the resource for the future generations. The energy conversion is one of the way to achieve this. Our electricity bill becomes very less. Okay, so in what ways we going to save the energy? So in this way, economy as a whole up to 23 percentage we can achieve. Okay, in agriculture sector we can achieve 30 percentage. In industry up to 25 percentage we can achieve. In transport, if you are ready to save means up to 20 percentage of the energy we can use. So in transport, from the usage of electric vehicles or hydrogen powered fuels or biofuels, we can save the energy up to 30 percentage. And domestic and commercial purposes, up to 20 percentage of the energy may be consumed and we can save the energy if we are do the upcoming procedures. Okay, I will show the remaining things. So this is the percentage of household using appliances in 2019 data. So lighting, fan, TV, refrigerator, washing machines, air heater and air conditioner, water heater. So these are all the things we are started to use. So the percentage of usages is shown here. Okay, 20 percentage urban and rural are shown here, and share of the efficient appliances. Okay, so before we going to see about further section, we need to know about how the governance of the electric energy sector given by the central government. So the head of the office is nothing but Prime Minister office. The Prime Minister office divided into two things, okay, Niti Aayog and Department of Atomic Energy. So from this control, there is another four departments: Ministry of Power, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Ministry of Coal. These are all the ministries for the energy sector. Then what are the agencies? So agencies are BEE, that means Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, CRG, CERC, and Central Electricity Authority. And some of the PSCs are there: Power System Operation Corporation, Power Finance Corporation, NTPC, Power Grids. So these are all the companies, public sector companies: Coal India, Natural and Oil Gas Corporation, Indian Oil. So these will comes under the head of Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. So these are all the governance governed by our central government. Okay, so this is the very important thing, how we need to calculate the KWS calculation. So that is definition and calculation of kilowatt hour. In our electricity meter, there is a option kilowatt hour. The kilowatt hour is nothing but unit. One unit is nothing but equal to the consumption of 1000 watt electronic device in 1 hour. So here there is a simple formula. If you are using a 60 watt bulb, means the 60 watt is consumed for 1 hour by divided by 1000. So we can get the value of kilowatt hour. So this is the way we are calculating the kilowatt hour calculation. So this 0.06 kilowatt hour is used for 8 hours per day and 30 day per month, which is equal to 14.5 kilowatt hour. So this is equal to 15 units per month. So this is the calculation of KWH. So the home appliances and their power consumption shown here. If you are using the 0 watt bulb means that wattage is nothing but 15 watt. The number of hours per 1 unit consumption it take around 66.40 hours. And if you are using the CFL bulb means that CFL wattage average wattage is nothing but 15 watt. So if you are using this 15 watt bulb for the 66.4 hours means it will consume 1 unit in our electricity. Okay, so if you are using the normal bulb, halogen or other bulbs, the rating is 60 watt. So 60 watt bulb is continuously we are used for 16 hours means it will consumption of 1 unit. In this way, the different types of wattages I have shown here. If you are using the electric air conditioner mean, if it is run for only 40 minutes, so it will give 1500 watt, that means 1.5 watt. Okay, 1 hour it will reach the 1 unit. 40 minutes it will reach the 1 unit. So in this way we can easily get some details about the home appliances and their power consumption. Now let's come to the calculation of TNEB tariff calculation. In TNEB we have there are 4 schemes. Okay, if you are using the maximum 100 units means the price of the 100 unit is 0. Okay, the first free 100 unit is free in our Tamil Nadu government. If you are using maximum of 200 units means for the first 100 units 0 amount, then for the next 100 units the unit price is 1.5. Okay, then they will add some fixed charges 20. So if you are using below 500 units means first 100 unit free, and another 200 units and another 100 units the rate will be 2 rupees, and 201 to 500 rupees is 3 rupees. So the fixed charge is 30 rupees. If you are using more than 500 units means the rating will be high. The first 100 units they won't charge anything, and then calculation will begin like this. So 101 to 200 the tariff rate is 3.5, and 201 to 500 the rate is increased to 4.6, and above 500 each and every unit you need to pay 6.6 rupees. So this is the way our TNEB is calculating the tariff. Okay, I will explain with basic of 180 units. Okay, so as I already told, the first 100 units we need to pay nothing. Okay, that is first 100 units is very free by the Tamil Nadu government, and then we need to use the give the amount for only 80 units. So that 80 units into 1.5 rupees, so the billing amount is 120. So the energy charges is nothing but 120 rupees, and duty is we need to pay some duty charges 18 rupees, and fixed charges 20 rupees. So we will get the amount of only 158 rupees. So this is the calculation of 180 units. Now come to the example of 499. Okay, so here for first 100 units the billing amount is 0, and then 101 to 200 the billing amount is 200, 201 to 500 the billing amount is 897. So the energy charges, if you add these two means you will get the rate of 1097. The duty you need to charge 48, you need to pay 48 rupees, and then fixed charges 30 rupees. So you need to pay 1175 rupees. Okay, so this is the calculation for 499. Students, are you there, ma? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ma, do one small calculation, ma. I need the calculation for 501 units. So I will show the tariff. Okay, so this is the tariff, ma. Okay, so you need to tell how much amount will come for the 501 units. So you have consumed 501 units in your home. How much amount will come? A small paper and pen work only, ma. So I will explain here. 0 to 100 you need to calculate separately. This case you need to take. Okay, 0 to 500 or more than yes, this one. More than 500 means you need to take this one. So 0 to 100, there is amount of 0. 101 to 200, you need to calculate 3.5, and 201 to 500, the unit price will be increased to 4.6. Then above 500, the unit cost is 6.6. Okay, so this is the tariff. Okay, you need to calculate these 4 sections individually for 501. Can you understand, ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay, a small calculation, ma. You just tell me. So forget about the duties and fixed charges. Some rough amount I need. How much you are getting for the usage of 501 units?
Sir, is it 806.6?
No, ma. Answer is wrong. You need to calculate this section. So first 100 units, the amount is 0, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then for 101 units to 200 units, the maximum unit is only 200. For this 3.5. Okay. So 200 into 3.5. You need to calculate like this. Okay. How much it will come? 200 into 3.5. So around 700, right? So again, 500 into 4.6. 500 into 4.6. Sorry, not 500. 300. 300 into 4.6. I'm right, ma? Already you calculated for first 200 units, right? So here 500 minus 300, it will come 300. So 300 into 4.6. How much, ma?
1,380.
Super. Okay. Now add 800 with
Sir, you gave 501, sir.
501, ma. Yes. Again, the 1 unit will be calculated.
Sir, in 501, first 100 units will be 0, sir.
0. Yes.
Next 100 units will be multiplied with 3.5, no, sir.
3.5. Super. Then answer is 350, right?
Yes, sir. Then 0 plus 350 plus 1380. So 1736.6,
Yes,
sir.
ma. Correct. Correct. So here you can see for 499, that means 499 units, you are giving the value of only 1175 rupees, right, ma? Can you understand?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Ma, can you understand this calculation, ma? For 499?
Yes, sir.
So the 499, the price is nothing but 1175. Okay. Next, you are going to use only 2 units extra. Okay, 501. So this is the thing, ma. So this is the consumption of 501 units. Okay. The first 100 units is free, and 101 units to 200 units, you need to pay 350 rupees. And then 201 to 500, the amount is 13880. Okay. And for extra 1 unit, you need to pay 6 rupees. 6 rupees is 60 paisa, right? So the total charge will be 1836.70 paise, right? So for extra 2 units, you need to pay nearly 800 units, 800 rupees. Can you understand?
Yes, sir.
So hereafter, you take care of your electricity bill. Okay. So you need to reduce the electricity by within the unit of 499 or 500 units. If it is cross 500 means you need to pay more. So for this only I have given the simple example. So increase of 1 unit, you need to pay nearly 800 rupees. Can you understand?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So in this is the important of energy conservation, ma. Okay. So that's why how you need to save the energy. So that is the very important thing. So the certification is given by our government of India, energy efficient, the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Okay, BEE. That is from the March 1st 2002 they started to give the BE ratings. In every air conditioner or cooler or fridge, you can see this label. Okay, this is the label of power saving guide. It will show like this. Okay, when the year is started, when the device is manufactured, and how much electricity will consume for the year. This is the very most thing. If you are buy 4-star things or 5-star devices, means the energy consumption of the device is very less. So before you buy any electrical devices, you need to see the BW certificate, and then you need to purchase only 5-star rated devices or 4-star rated devices. Okay, in air conditioner, refrigerator, distribution transformer, gases, washing machine, inverter, LED lamps, DG set, that means generator. From this you can easily see. Okay, before you buy anything, you need to see the BW certificate. If it is 4-star or 5-star, means the energy consumption is very less. So this is a star labeling program in India. We have started to star labeling 2001 to 2002, and then 2019
இதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்
nearly 24 appliances under labeling. Okay, so this is the 6 golden rules for saving the energy. As already told, you need to reduce the electricity in your home. You should not cross the 500 units. Okay, so if it is in 400, means you need to follow these things. Okay, for saving the energy, switch off the unwanted things and use LED and BE 5-star rated appliances. Save the natural resources. Keep ACs at 24 degree or more. Okay, and you need to use the fan while using the AC in order to save the energy. Switch off the plug point and lower the use of electric cooling and heating the appliances. So these are all the some saving hack tips. Okay, you need to keep the ACs in the rate of 24 degree to 26 degree. This will reduce the energy 3% to 5%, and avoid usage of gases, washing machine, water pumps, etc. between 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So this is the peak hour. You need to reduce these things while using the high current devices, and remove the devices from the plug point. Power still consumed by the standby mode. If it is laptop or mobile or LED TVs, if it is in standby mode also, the minimum energy nearly 3 watt to 5 watt it will consume. Okay, so another one important thing is washing machines should be used only with full loads, as electricity usage remains same even with half load. Okay, depends upon the load, it not consume energy. Okay, if you are switch on the load, means the electricity consumption will be same. If it is consumed 1 unit for 1 hour, means the same is for 50% of load and 100% of load. Here I am load means the usage of dresses. Okay, and this is a microwave consumes 50% less energy than the conventional electric or stove. So if you have a microwave, means you start use the microwave. And energy saving hack by switch off the unwanted electricity devices. That means LED TV, laptop, like this. So same. So this is very important. Maintaining a temperature of 37 degree Fahrenheit to 40 degree for the refrigerator and 5 degree for freezers. And non-storage gases save 30%. So if you started to use instant heater, means you can save the electricity by 30%. Okay, use the flat bottomed pans for electric stove that make full contact with the cooking coil. So this is one of the tip. And LED lamps are 2 times more efficient than the CFL lamp. So if you are using the CFL, means please convert it into LED light. And housing societies can install the solar water heaters on the terraces. And set your thermostat as high as comfortably possible in the summer. Lesser difference between the indoor and outdoor temperature leads to lesser energy consumption. And energy, the ceiling fan in conjunction with your window air conditioner spread the cool more evenly. So this is the one of the tip. So thank you. So in this way we can save our energy. Students, I'll show one thing. There is a website. Here you can see the unit for TNEB. Here I will type 499 unit. The rate of the 499 is nothing but 1176. For 501 units, the rate will be nearly doubled, 1836. So if it is 600 means you need to pay more. For 600 units, the amount is 2500. So here I'll show the difference. So 490, okay, 1150 only. So for extra 100 units, you need to pay nearly 3 times the amount. So this is the thing, you need to save the energy in your home. Okay, thank you all. So any questions you can ask, ma.
Girls,
Students,
if you have any question, you can ask, unmute and ask. No, otherwise you can post in chat box.
chat box.
Girls, please wait until the last. Okay.
Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation, sir. We had a lot of
Thank you, ma'am.
insights. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is Anita, member of Environment Club, sir. Special thanks for your presence and contribution to make the webinar a great success.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am.
Your information is very useful. Really, now only I've seen that electric unit, everything, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I assume the students may benefit from my lecture, ma'am. Students start to use these practices in your home, everyday life. Then you can start to consume the electricity. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you for replying, ma.
Now I request Areja Panu to give the vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all present here. Thanksgiving is a gratitude from the heart. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all. On behalf of Instances Knowledge Labs, IIC, and Environment Club, I extend a warm welcome to the people who gathered in this webinar. Ideas, contribution, and innovative steps taken towards achieving an energy efficient solution. I extend my gratitude to the chief guest of this webinar, Dr. Satish Kumar, Assistant Professor, TRP, SRM TRP Engineering College, Trichy, to to grace the event. Thank you for inspiring and encouraging with your words on this special day. We are thankful to our management, beloved Principal Dr. R. Geeta ma'am and Vice Principal Dr. M.S. Lekha ma'am and Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi ma'am for their continuous support and their auspicious time. And I thank Mrs. G. Aruna Abirami ma'am and Mrs. S. Anita ma'am, staff coordinators of Environmental Club, for their tremendous work to organize this webinar. I thank the organizing team, volunteers for working hard for the past few days to make this webinar a grand success. I thank all the participants for their active participation. Once again, I thank everyone for making this webinar a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, Areja Panu.
Yes. Yes, before that, let me also convey my gratitude. First of all, thanks to Almighty for guiding us and leading us. And I thank the management, the principal ma'am, and vice principals, and my dear friend Dr. Nagamalar ma'am, who is instrumental in showing us the resource person. Thank you, ma'am. And my colleague, Mrs. Anita ma'am, who is very supportive in carrying out all the events. Thank you, ma'am. And I sincere thanks to Dr. Satish Kumar sir for his wonderful efforts. He has taken our presentation we can understand that எவ்வளோ எஃபர்ட்ஸ் போட்டிருக்காங்க அப்படின்றத and he is very much concerned like ரெண்டு ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸும் இருக்கிறாங்க எல்லாருக்கும் அது எஃபர்ட் அந்த இது ரீச் ஆகணுங்கிறதுக்காக he has taken so much of effortsங்கிறத we have understood. Thank you so much sir. உங்களோட பிஸி ஸ்கெடியூல்லையும் எங்களுக்கு டைம் அலாட் பண்ணதுக்கு வெரி வெரி தேங்க்ஸ். அண்ட் ஐ தேங்க் மை டியர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ எல்லாம் வாலண்டியர் பண்ணி அவங்களே ரொம்ப அழகாக எடுத்துகிட்டு போயிட்டாங்க இந்த ஈவெண்ட்டை. ஸோ வெரி மச் தேங்க்ஸ் டு ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி ஒன் ஹூ has shared their time. Even today is a holiday for us. So, in spite of that, they have joined this meet. So, thanks to one and all present here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Special thanks to Ms. Nagamalar, ma'am. She is
Yes.
the one she communicated with me, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
And also the student participation is very good, ma'am. They are
yes.
shown the very good
They were interactive.
maintaining the quality of the college.
Thank you so much, sir.
They immediately solve the answers, ma'am. I asked some questions. They immediately solve and give the answers, ma'am. Very bright students. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. The credit goes
Thank
to
you.
all
In
my
the
dear
future also, you
students.
can contact me for the webinars, ma'am. I will ready to take, ma'am.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's very
Thank
nice
you,
of
ma'am.
you.
Can I leave, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir. Thank you. Students, please stay back,
Girls,
ma.
there is a feedback form, ma'am. Please fill that. Okay. Right, ma'am.
Girls, please turn on your video, no? We can take a group pic.
Girls, everyone turn on your video, ma'am. Yes, yes, everyone.
Mahalakshmi, Nitya, Hajira Banu, Divya.
Everyone, ma, Divya, Nitya, Abhirami, Kirtana V, Varshini. Please turn on your video, ma.
Yes, shall we? Thank you. Thank you, girls.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, please
Thank you, ma'am.
fill the feedback
Thank
form
you,
so
ma'am.
that you'll feedback form fill பண்ணிடுங்க so that you'll get your certificates and also your credits. நேம்
Sure,
கரெக்டா
ma'am.
டைப் பண்ணுங்கப்பா, சர்டிபிகேட்ல அதே மாதிரி வரும்.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay,
Thank
girls,
you,
thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
girls.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
We expect your same kind of cooperation in future events also, ma.
Definitely, ma'am. We'll show, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anita
உடனே
ma'am, thank
ரிப்ளை
you, ma'am.
பண்ணுங்க முதல்ல. ஏதாவது மெசேஜ் போட்டா முதல்ல ரிப்ளை பண்ணுங்க டக்குன்னு. எதுவுமே ரிப்ளையே வர மாட்டேங்குது, லேட்டா தான் வருது.
Stop.